Snehalyas works for kids who have HIV and also kids that have been born because of as a result of prostitution. It houses about 250 kids in the main sort of area in Ahmednagar, and it also works in different slums as well, so where they continually support them and make sure there's education, sanitation and important necessities of life.
The children in the rehab center really enjoyed the company of this student from LeedsMet University, and they really happy with them. In this project, they are doing the teaching them study work like math and art and craft and painting work and other things.
This is KARSAN, and he's like a lot of the children here at Snehalyas. Most of them have come and been rescued from a situation. Some of that's that their parents work in the red light district and they've chosen for them to come here because it's a safer environment. Some of them are infected by HIV or AIDS, and that means they can get the best treatment here and stay here and grow up here. The school is one of the best in Ahmednagar, so they get the brilliant education as well as free hospital treatment, which obviously out with their parents they might not have been able to afford. So that's how a lot of them come to live in Snehalyas. Yeah? At the moment in Snehalyas there's a lot of building work going on. Emir Khan's just donated a lot of money, so they're building a building with his money, which is going to be the new dining hall, new office space, there's a new dormitory as well, so that's all one massive building. And then they're also behind us building a new school, so there's quite a lot of noise from that at the moment, but it looks like it'll be a really big, nice school.
Hello, I am Tiwari.
And how old are you?
13 years old. I am 13 years old. Leeds students are here coming, then I will happy and then speaking English, then I enjoy. I like Leeds.
One of the main highlights for me is being able to see that I've taught the kids something, and maybe just after spending half an hour with them, like with one kid I could teach him how to add basic numbers like 5 or 10, but he was so much more confident in the way he spoke, and he really felt like he knew what he was talking about. I know he felt like a sense of achievement as well by just spending that little amount of time with him. And also just playing with the kids makes him so happy, and for them to use the materials we've brought, simple things like bubbles or colouring books and crayons or whiteboards.
An average day here in Snehalyas, we usually get woken up quite early by either some brilliant Indian music or the sound of children playing outside. Then we go to breakfast, which is usually curry based, which took some getting used to, but we're all getting better with it now. Recently in the mornings we've been working in the schools, and there's 5 different classes in the schools, and we're splitting ourselves up between the different classes. So we're teaching in the mornings, which is hard work but really good. We then have more curry for lunch, and then in the afternoon we've been doing different projects. Sometimes we've been working in the hospital, sometimes just playing games out with the kids like a game of cricket, or planning for the next day. And then each evening after dinner we also have arts and crafts, which the kids really enjoy. So they all come and sit on our porch and we just do some painting and drawing with them.
It was quite eye-opening to see how differently people lived here. Well, I've been to India before, but visiting the slums and seeing how kids have to live compared to how we live at home is completely different. We teach them at school and think that they're just normal, well obviously they are normal, but kids that just have lifestyles like we do, but we realise when we look at them they might have holes in their socks or trousers that are too big for them. Just little things like that make you realise the differences. But other than that, it's alright.
I wanted to take part in volunteering because I'd done some volunteering with the uni before and outside of uni, and I love travelling to new places, so thought doing it through international volunteering would mean that I got to visit a new place as well as helping out whilst I was there.
the biggest challenge for me was visiting the adoption centre, where kids were literally put on the doorstep for, well, normally baby girls were put on the doorstep at maybe 3 or 4 days old, and they were just handed over to the Snehalyas adoption centre, and this is where there was about probably 20 cradles in one room, where there was maybe 3 women looking after them all. It was quite hard to see that they weren't loved from the day they were born, and yeah, that was really difficult to take in.
India was a place that I hadn't visited, and the Snehalaya project was one that sounded really interesting. I love working with kids, and they do a lot out here to help change the lives of the children.
I'm only halfway into it, but I think the 2 weeks that I've gone by I think I'll remember them for life. You definitely cannot miss this opportunity. You really should go and do it. It's something that it'll change the way you think and it'll change the way you live. It'll just change you in a really positive way.